I'm trying to get my camera. What's happening? Oh, okay. We're going to pick up a little bit where we left off. We stopped the last lecture kind of looking at this knowledge level continuum where there's different approaches. The quantitative, which is more like data, numbers driven. The qualitative, which is more description, conversational, more subjective. And then the mixed methods, which combines the two. And we're going to talk a little bit more of those in depth when we get to chapters 7, 8, and 10. But I just wanted to give an introduction because it does kind of set the stage for kind of how we enter into how we're crafting our research proposals. So the second crispy nugget I want you to take away from this class is how much you know about the research question determines the purpose of the study. So what does this mean? So we're going to start out by, if you know very little bit about your research topic, you're going to craft a more exploratory research question. So what does this look like? Exploratory research questions are questions that you're going to craft when the topic is relatively new to you. So I don't know much about electric cars. So maybe I'm kind of debating whether I want to buy a electric car, or if I should buy a hybrid car, should I buy a gas car? I don't know. So my exploratory research question will be, what's the best car for me? And so I'm going to start, I'm not going to do an experiment, I'm not going to test drive the cars. I'm just going to find information about the benefits, the risks of each type of car. So I'm going to gather information, and this is primarily qualitative data. So this is talking to people who have driven the cars, talking to mechanics, talking to car salesmen. I'll do some research as well about people's satisfaction. I might go towards less heavily evidence-based scholarly research. It will be a part of it. And for like the sake of social work and more like human-centered research questions, I'm just going to gather as much information I can about the topic to be able to answer my question. I'm not going to do any sort of intervention, no data collection myself. I'm just going to research. And so it's going to help me become familiar with the basic facts, people, and the concerns involved. And it gives me kind of this really good big picture idea of my topic. It might cause me to think of different ideas, like maybe I should just take the bus, maybe I should ride the bike, this is way too in-depth, or hey, maybe I do want to get an electric car, but then I'm going to have to put an outlet in my house. Do I drive places that have charging stations? Those types of things. It's going to create more questions in my head. Now, the example I gave was a personal one, but in the broader sense of like social change research, you're going to develop a sense of direction for future research. You're going to pose questions based on what you found, not necessarily on work that you did. So it's you're exploring. The word is right in the title, exploratory. You're exploring the topic to get more information to drive future resource. So this is like basic entry-level research. If you have a better solid knowledge around your research topic and want to get more detailed information, you would use a descriptive research question. So what is a descriptive research question? It's also called quasi-experimental studies. So you're not necessarily doing a full cause and effect, like does group A have a different outcome than group B when they received the intervention, but you're going to start taking some more intentional steps to collect research data that isn't in research. So kind of like what we're doing with our research studies, we're gonna get more information on the topic, have a question that's going to be derived from the information, and then give a survey to a population to get more information. So you're not implementing intervention, but you're doing something specific in order to gain more information. So it's going to give an accurate profile of a group. So for us, it's Kuiper College student body over age 18 and older. And so we're going to collect data on a specific group to get a better descriptive picture of what is going on in their lives. So this is kind of like going more towards that quantitative. So like how much does this impact it? What % of students experience this? How regularly do they experience? We're getting some more specific quantitative data on it. And this is going to give us some new information to give new explanations to maybe what is going on. And it creates a set of categories to classify different types. So we might look at gender, we might look at ethnicity, we might look at first-year students, we might look at X, Y, and Z to give some quantitative data to each category so we can describe the topic and situation better. Whoops. Whoops. Yes. I'm recording right now. Oh, ho, ho. So then the most advanced research question. Hey guys, I'm recording a video right now, so if we're going to talk, can we go upstairs? Thank you. I don't know, but I'm recording right now. Sorry, guys. Okay, so the most advanced type of research question is the explanatory. So this is kind of like when you implement an intervention to kind of show if that, and have a control group and have that more advanced research behind it. And that's when you have a high knowledge, like you know your topic, you know kind of the description of different categories, and now you want to see if you can implement something that will promote more change. So these are called experimental research studies. They determine the accuracy of a principle or theory. They link different issues or topics under a common general statement, and it provides evidence to support or refute or show that that's not true to an explanation. So thinking about the social work world, we would do an experimental research study if our population was individuals who are looking for jobs, and we believe if individuals attend a professional development course for 10 weeks, how to write a resume, how to job interview, connecting them to resources like clothing for job interviews, those types of things, we believe that that type of intervention, because we're trying to get funding for that, is going to be more effective than just letting a individual search on their own without those resources. So we're going to create a research question saying, does attending a 10-week professional development group help individuals obtain a job faster? You're then going to do the whole research thing where you go 10 weeks. They have two groups, group A who doesn't receive the intervention, group B who does. They're going to go through it. You're going to collate the data, see if they found jobs faster. And then you're able then to link it to a general statement that, yes, attending a professional development course helps individuals find a job better. Now, it's general because we can't assume that everybody who attends a professional development class will obtain a job faster, but the likelihood of it is we have evidence to support and show that that is actually true. So you're trying to explain the benefit of a self or professional development group and its effectiveness on finding a job faster. So hopefully that makes sense. So you got exploratory, and this slide is going to kind of show that, is when you have a low level knowledge, you don't really know the ins and outs of everything, you're going to start having exploratory questions to gain that knowledge. There's qualitative and quantitative approaches to that. Descriptive questions are a little bit more advanced. They're showing that you're able to describe populations and get new information and knowledge on them. And the explanatory is explaining the effectiveness of an intervention. You're going to get a lot of quantitative data from that. You're going to show the outcomes of the group that received the intervention. You're going to show the outcomes from the group who didn't, and be able to explain the benefits of said intervention. So you kind of go from that low knowledge to a higher level of knowledge. So we're going to be sitting right in here for our class. We don't have the time to be able to get to the explanatory questions, but we are going to be able to get some descriptive information based on the questions that we ask. So hopefully that makes sense. All right, and I'm going to post these questions online on Sakai to have you answer, so we're not going to go through them on the slide. So there you go.